From the Pubco Studios in Oklahoma City, this is an OSU Update with John Helsley. I'm Jenni Carlson. John, the non-conference schedule for the Cowboy basketball team keeps rolling along. Some fairly nondescript opponents, but a big one on the horizon. What's ahead for these guys?
Yeah, building up for a big matchup with Memphis on Tuesday, November 19th. It's going to be a big showdown. This is an OSU team, obviously, with high expectations, a number 8 ranking. A lot to build towards, and that'll be their first real test and first showdown with Memphis.
And at home, I mean, I have to think that's got to be a benefit to these Cowboys.
It should be a benefit, and you know, there's a lot of talk, obviously, about bringing the Rowdy back, and this will be a really good barometer early on to see, you know, how much people are into this season, how much they're into this team, and they should be. They have a lot of great players on this team. They have Marcus Smart back, you know, skip the NBA to come back for another shot here. So it should be a good atmosphere, should be a good game and a good opponent. Well,
we'll be able to tell a lot by that Memphis game, but what are you looking for in these games when maybe the opponent isn't as good? Are there some things that in your mind are must-watches as these preseason games or non-conference games go on?
Right. There's some really good storylines, I think, in going into this. We kind of know who the main characters are. You've got Marcus Smart back, Markel Brown, LeBron Nash. Those are the top 3 returning starters in the Big 12. But who's going to round out the rotation? You know, what impact will Stevie Clark have as a true freshman on this team? And it looks like right now it's going to be a major role. And then beyond that, you know, inside, if there's a question mark with this team, you have Michael Cobbins and Kamari Murphy in there who are very athletic forwards, but can they hold up as centers, you know, when they have to face big teams? So there's some interesting things they're going to have to play out for the Cowboys as they move along and eventually get into the Big 12 race.
Pointing to that Memphis game one last time, what is going to be key in your mind? What's the biggest key to winning that Memphis game? Is it the interior play, guard play? What's it going to be? You
know, Memphis is not a big team either, so I think that's probably pretty much a stalemate in there. I think it's going to come down to OSU star power. How will Marcus Smart, Markel Brown, LeBron Nash, how will those guys play? Will they show up and really have good nights for the Cowboys?
All right, thanks, John. Sure, stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.